So I got a new laptop. This is the base model 14-inch MacBook Pro. So that means it's got an 8-core CPU, 14-core GPU, and 16 gigabytes of RAM. Now the base model has 500 gigabytes of SSD, but I did upgrade this to 1 terabyte of SSD. So thank you for putting up with that intro. So I wasn't actually going to make a video about this, but because I got the new laptop, I just wanted to start making one straight away so I could practice editing on the new one. This is the base model 14-inch MacBook Pro in space grey. So that means it's got 16 gigabytes of RAM. Can't remember how many cores it's got, but 16 gigabytes of RAM. The only thing I did upgrade was the SSD to 1 terabyte because of video editing. It takes up a lot of storage space. I will eventually edit off a hard drive though. It's obviously got ports on it, which is amazing, and it's got a Touch ID sensor, which has been so helpful already. I got this MacBook now because I managed to get it on Black Friday, where Apple were doing a deal where if you bought this MacBook, you got £250 sort of Apple voucher, and thankfully my dad is going to buy that Apple voucher off me, so it's basically just 250 quid off the laptop. And I am also trading in my old laptop so that I can get a bit of money off this one further. So my old laptop was the 2015 or mid-2015 model of the MacBook Pro 15-inch. So it had an Intel i7 processor and 500 gigs of memory, and it served me well. I've owned it for nearly 6 years, so it was just starting to get very slow and couldn't really do much of what I needed it to do. Could barely cope with my Asda shop. So why did I get it? Well, I've basically just told you, which is my old laptop was getting too slow and it could never do any video editing on it. I've always done my video editing on my big PC. Now, why did I bother getting a new laptop when I can just do editing on there? Well, the answer really is I'm not going to continue to own that PC past my university. The only reason I've got that is because I need a PC for engineering at university, for using things like SolidWorks. This is sort of the long-term option, and it's so much better for my video editing, which is becoming quite a big part of what I do now. The other question is, why didn't I get one of the other MacBooks? People rave about the M1 MacBook Air, saying that's one of the best laptops, and I did strongly consider that. It's obviously not quite as powerful. It can do video editing though, and probably as much as power that I need. However, it only can connect to one external monitor, and I have two, and I kind of wanted to be able to connect to the two that I have. And this is why this has been super helpful. Now, some of my initial thoughts on it that I did not expect were, number one, Touch ID is so helpful for doing all your passwords, but also just getting to your Mac so much quicker. Before I had to type out a massive password, it was such a pain. And one of the totally underrated things that I didn't even know would be awesome was the speakers. They sound incredible. Let me just try and play you something. My sister's currently using the Spotify, so I won't do that. So yeah, as I said, the speakers are insane. Let me just play you a quick video that I found.
Here I'm going to take you through the 7 levels along the journey of trying to remember everything that we read. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here...
No idea how that sounds to you, but the amount of sort of bass compared to my old laptop is just unreal, and I actually love to listen to stuff through it now, which is weird, considering it's smaller. The notch is a bit annoying, but in some ways it's the only way you can identify that you've got the newest, most expensive laptop. So this is kind of just a video that I made because I kind of wanted to, and I wanted some footage to be able to edit on this laptop just to see what it's like. But also because you can tell I love tech. And if you love tech, then you might be interested in watching one of my videos that I made about the AirPods Pro 1st Gen, because I've owned those for over 2 years now. And I wanted to just make a video about what they've been like. So if you wanted to check that out, then go for it. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.